Hi, my name is Luis Enrique Rodriguez Garcia, and this is my outcome learning number 3 of my subject of advanced English number 3. So in this video I will talk about what does it means, or what does really means to going global in your company, and the benefits of doing this in your company and also in your personal life. So this is the idea of this video. So I will start. Well, what I understand with my own words of what does it mean to going global is a process in which a company decides to expand their business, their product, or their service that they offered to the world. It can be to another country or several countries around the world. So, but in conclusion, is when a company decides to grow in a different country. So I think that the companies, when they decide to do this, is for several reasons. That can be, for example, that they already had a lot of success in the first country in which they started the business. They already get a lot of success. So the the opportunities of growing in that countries are very few, or there is no more opportunities. They already grow the maximum that they have to grow. So now they are looking for another country in which they can do business. They can be known in another country. So, or as I said, you can't grow in the country that you started, so you are looking another country to continue growing and not maintain you in the same level. So this is one option. Another option is because sometimes the companies just want to be more known, and they want to get more prestige. That's one of the more simple reasons. So another reason, it can be because in the country that they started, they are figuring out that they haven't the success that they think it in the beginning. So they figured out that in the country in which they started, they haven't the success that it was supposed to. So they are looking to another country to have maybe more success. So another point, I think, is that maybe that they started in, for example, I have a company of food in Mexico. Of I make like I sell cars, and I am figuring out, or I just have figured out that in another country my product will be very successful, because maybe in the country that I am discovered, they don't have a product similar, and I will have no competence, or are very few products, or with bad quality or bad service. So my product can be the best in that country. So I decided to take the risk and move out and going global in that country. So that can be another reason. I think principally that when you decide to going global is because you have already a lot of knowledge. You are like an expert in your product, in your service. Not necessarily in all the process to going global, because for this process, for these papers, etc., you can hire somebody else. You can hire, for example, a international trade expert that can help you with that. But nobody can help you with the knowledge that you have of your own business, the knowledge that you have of your own product or your own service or the competence, etc. So you have to at least be an expert in that, in your business, in your product, in your service, in your company, so you can make a good decision, to make a good call that, for example, as I said, try to discover which is the best country that can be successful or compatible for your product, so you can look out and make a good or better decision. So I think that is very important. So, going global is a trendy catchphrase with different meaning for different people, and people use it correctly, I think. This persuade misconceptions to clarify. To clarify, going global is not synonymous with international, working, or selling outside the home country. I think this is something I that have read, but I think that there are very different concepts like multinational, that it means having representation in many nations, or even global, that is having representation of staff around the world with different type of distribution. Instead, it's a broadened leadership state of mind that improve decision and making strategies for group, organization, and even some countries. I think that today is more easy to going global because of all the technology that we have. We have a lot of, I will dare to say that we have all the information on the internet. You can know what is or how is the economy of every country. You can know what are the political situation of every country, etc. So I think that going global is a tendency that is more strong every day. Every time is more stronger because of that. We have access to a lot of information that maybe uh, 15 years ago the people that was like entrepreneurs or having a company and they were thinking of going global, well, it was very more difficult to them because they didn't have the technology to access to the information that we have now. We have, to be honest, we have more tools. So I think that going global is more easy today than it was like 15 years ago. So that is one of the points. And one of the benefits, like I say, going global is that you will learn a lot. You will learn how other people of other country with different culture, with different tradition, will appreciate your product. You will know what is the answer of this new market. You will know different markets, and you will know better your product. Your product will be, or your company will be better known. You will have more prestige, and you have more opportunities to grow, more opportunities to learn and to have experience. And I think that going global is very important, not only if you have a company, also in our lives. Is I think that all these type of process like going global, multinational, and all these that many people knowing as synonymous, I think that are very important to our life because all this process or all these concepts, if we apply it to the best way, if we apply it like it is supposed to, we can we can we can know about more about other countries. All this process, um, how did he say? How can I say? All this process is like all this process are the principal object of this process is to enrich our cultures, to enrich our traditions, our way to think, our culture. So maybe I don't know, maybe we have some products in Mexico that, or we didn't have some products in Mexico, but if you decide to go in global and expand your mind to prove new things, you can figure it out that, as I said, using the tool of the internet, you can get these products maybe online and in a good cost, and now you have product that solves the necessity that you had before, and you already know that this is the possibility. If you didn't get someone in Mexico, you have the opportunity to get it in other country, and we have a tool that is very important and help us a lot. That is the internet and our computers or our smartphones. So I think that is very important to be open to these possibilities, to keep learning a lot of another countries, another cultures, open our minds and understand that this helps to enrich our life, to enrich um, our daily life, to enrich our culture, to enrich our knowledge. We will have more experience and all of that stuff. So I think that going global is something that is inevitable in these nowadays. So you have to be conscious and having your mind open to all this process. Thank you.